The Russian Foreign Minister, Mr. Lavrov, will be arriving in Tehran tonight. This visit will be within the framework of regular and routine consultations and talks in Tehran and Moscow. In the course of the two-day visit, Mr. Lavrov will be meeting and holding talks, comprehensive and detailed talks with his Iranian counterpart, Dr. Zarif. He will also be meeting President Rouhani. Cooperation between Tehran and Moscow are all cited and deep and comprehensive regarding mutual issues, regional and also global issues. We have had regular meetings and talks, so this visit is also expected to review the latest developments in the region and also mutual relations and various aspects of cooperation would be put into discussion. At the end of the visit, regarding the agreements to be made or the understanding that we'll just give you more information at that point. Well, regarding the other question, the negotiations between experts of the P5+1 group and the Islamic Republic of Iran have just started in Vienna yesterday. We announced that it's necessary for the sides, for the experts to sit together and to discuss the viewpoints of the two sides and to see what can be done for the agreement to be put into effect. No, the visit has been within the previous agreements made between the IAEA and Iran's Atomic Energy Organization. IAEA experts as observers will be meeting the Vienna, actually overseeing the Vienna meeting. You had no other question, right? Regarding the overseeing, the IAEA is going to oversee Iran's commitments. Is there going to be an organization to oversee the Westerners' commitments? Well, on the basis of the agreement that is made and the joint measures to be taken, a commission by the negotiating sides will be formed, and that commission will oversee and supervise the manner and the aspects of implementation of the agreement. So if there's any kind of misunderstanding or if there's any question, ambiguity, this commission will take action and will try to take the right move to further clarify things. Well, based on media reports, the French government has been taking this dictatorial move and taking soldiers to Central Africa. Well, as far as the support for an oppressed country, has Iran shown any reaction toward this French move, or will show any reaction? Well, the Central African Republic is a country that has lots of domestic capabilities and potential economically based on the history of Africa and the countries in that region. It has not been able to optimize those possibilities. So we believe that the United Nations organization and major players in Africa need to take action regarding the settlement of the issue in Central Africa. That's the steps that they need to take, and we believe that based on our principles that we believe in, the regional countries are capable of dealing with their own issues and tackling their own problems. So outside forces and foreign forces are not able to resolve the issues of a certain part of the world. So that's why problems in the Central African Republic, we hope that major African players, with the help of the United Nations organization, could get together and be able to do something about it so that tranquility and peace could be restored to this African country. Thank you very much. Now, regarding the security meeting that was held in Manama, Mr. Bishop also took part in that. There were Western countries, especially England and America, insisted that their military presence in the Persian Gulf will be boosted. Well, the major interests of Iran's interest actually is also in that area. I want to know Iran's stance regarding this. Okay, thank you. I don't know which media from Tasnim news agency because you just recently joined. So. Now, regarding the Manama meeting, yes, from Iran, Mr. Sajadpur took part. He is the lecturer at the University of International Relations. He already had taken part in another previous meeting. Well, these are various comments by official and non-official comments that have been made during these meetings. These are mostly expert views. This is what the Manama meeting is actually has done, evaluating expert views. Now, the attempts have been made to show that the Persian Gulf has been introduced as actually to show that the foreign military presence should be there. This is the way they have always portrayed. They have talked about Persian Gulf, which we reject. This suggests the idea that the Persian Gulf countries themselves are not capable of settling regional issues. So that's why we invite regional countries to come up with ways to forge convergence and also boost interaction and bilateral and multilateral interaction, which is have the right mechanisms in place and strengthen them, and not allow foreign presence in the region. To say such comments are made, well, we have already announced our opposition. We can also announce it again that the Persian Gulf region is a region that belongs to regional countries, and the issues and problems of this strategic region could be dealt only through mechanisms adopted by regional countries. And the repetition of the rhetoric that has been echoed in the past few decades will not be effective. It could only be aimed at creating division or polarizing the Persian Gulf littoral states countries. If we could also introduce. I wanted to ask, Mr. Zarif had visits to Persian Gulf Arab countries, but he is not visited Saudi Arabia. The relations between Iran and Saudi Arabia looks like there are no relations. There are only embassies in Tehran and Riyadh. Do Saudis want anything? What do they want Iran to do? Especially because media reports say that Saudi Arabia is actually uniting with the Zionist regime against Iran, and antagonism against Iran. Iran-Saudi relations. Why is it still frozen? Well, this is what I got from the. Well, he just wanted to put things in simple terms. Now, Dr. Zarif had a very effective and positive visit to regional Arab countries. Iran was prepared at the beginning of the regional tour to also have a visit to Riyadh, to Saudi Arabia, and this was being planned. So there also are some arrangements on the other part. If arrangements are made, and Saudi Arabia is also prepared for that. So Saudi Arabia is on our list, visit list. Saudi Arabia is a major player in the region, and we believe that through cooperation and dialogue, numerous regional issues and crisis areas could be discussed. The Islamic World Iran has always announced preparedness, and we are hopeful that in the first possible chance, Saudi officials are prepared. The visit could be made. The regional talks with neighbors has always been on our agenda. We'll keep doing so. And there has been some also propaganda by the media. Well, we need to admit that if there are less negotiations, there could be more. We could be more highly affected by the propaganda. So direct and face-to-face talks and consultations that could be regular in order to review the bilateral issues and to see the possibility of regional cooperation and many other domains that fall within the category of our cooperation with regional countries, especially our neighboring countries in the southern part of the Persian Gulf region. We can embark on lots of activities, and Saudi Arabia has an important role, and we attach importance to it. Greetings from Al-Tajah News Channel. The inspectors who visited Iraq, if you regard this as the first step that Iran took, in return, based on the agreement, could you say clearly what the Westerners' first step should be? Is this agreed upon? I mean, is it going to be step by step, or the sides need to do their own job in the 6 months and then have it just a general evaluation of the whole process? Well, I just replied in response to another question that the visit of the inspectors was in continuation of the agreements made between the IAEA and Iran's Atomic Energy Organization. On that basis, the new approach for cooperation between Iran and the IAEA, we agreed that we have certain activities. So 2 inspectors visited the Iraq plant. It was a step in that direction. And at the same time, I just added that the expert-level negotiation between Iran and the P5+1 has started in Vienna since yesterday. So the joint action and measures taken by both sides, to be taken by both sides in order to implement and execute the joint measures, and need to be defined so that we could also embark on that process. Is it not clear if they what the 2 sides should do in return for what? It will be clear today. Well, our assessment regarding the start and execution of the joint action will be starting after experts' meetings and the accurate assessment and evaluation, and as to what the steps should be taken with the end of the conclusion of the expert-level talks, and maybe some other complementary expert meetings should be conducted first, and we'll notify you. From Arya News Agency. The first question is the repeat of Mr. Ravar's question. It's actually the you as the spokeswoman maybe would not like to refer to that. Sunday we saw that some MPs gave a warning to the president regarding Mr. Zarif's performance. Also, Dr. Zarif, regarding the comments he made in Tehran University, there was also a warning against this. This was by a certain group of parliamentarians, and this was actually organized by a representative, by an MP, who after the Geneva, one day after Geneva agreement, when everyone